the basics of research paper and the literature review writing. So first of all, let me ask you something. Do you have any kind of queries from the previous lecture, whatever delivered in the last lecture about the research paper writing? You can write down in the chat box so that this particular session will be much more interactive than just giving some lecture. I want an interactive session so that you can understand that how to write a research paper properly and how to publish it. So do you have any queries from the previous session? If you have no queries, then please write down no in the chat box. If you have any query, then please write down in the chat box. Yes, please explain. What is your doubt? You can unmute yourself and ask. What is the meaning of
Good evening, sir.
yes, yes.
Sir, what is the meaning of indentation?
Indentation or indentation. Okay. Basically, indent meaning is while you're writing something, just let me uh, share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. So let us suppose that you are writing something. You are writing like suppose this paper. Okay.
Sir,
Uh,
it is not visible now.
it is not visible now.
Yes, no, sir.
Okay. Now is it visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In your paper, and this paper, what is happening? Something is happening with my computer. Just wait. Okay, please wait something. Let me rejoin again. I think there is some glitches are happening with my computer. Just wait.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to everyone? Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Good evening,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good evening. Okay, so I think sir got some issues. So meanwhile, the previous class we have handled some basic types, like we have discussed basic like what content about like what are the things will be there. So have you gone through the video that we have shared with you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so everything is okay with it? You understood
No,
everything?
ma'am. Actually, it
Yeah.
was doubt that what is the meaning of indentation.
In sorry,
Indentation, like
indentation.
some.
Where it was?
Uh,
Can you tell me like indentation? Citation you're talking about?
no, ma'am. That Doctor Vikas sir told that about.
Okay. Is it talking about inside about some paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Actually, he said that orientation of a research article and use of software. But the point was written there. The
Hmm.
starting sentence of the abstract should
Okay.
not
Okay. Okay.
contain any
Okay.
indentation.
Okay. 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 Fine. Fine. Got it. That means that when you're writing some content, right, in some of the times you have like you have different paras, right? For one paras and it goes to the next para, right? So when many of the like report or in textbook you will find there is some space while starting your article, right? You're writing some article and there will be some space, small space available, so that is called as a intent. Okay, I think sir has
Yes,
joined.
ma'am.
Arunava sir?
Hello,
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes. Okay, okay. Now let me share my screen. I think it's visible right now.
Yes, sir. Now is visible.
Okay. Okay, so your question was what is indentation? Indentation is nothing but it's just like when you write down some paragraphs. When you write down a paragraph, okay, let us suppose I am writing a paragraph in research. Suppose in introduction, okay, so introduction, and I am start writing from here. Okay, so if the first line, suppose this research paper or this paper will discuss dot 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 blah blah blah, and next just after changing this line, I will start the paragraph, that is start the writing just before it like this paper, okay, will this is dot dot like. So you can see there is a gapping. You can see this is the first line and this is the second line. This gapping is called indentation. Okay, similarly after ending this paragraph, okay, after ending this, suppose the paragraph stopped here, and when you change the new paragraph again, you start writing with some gapping. This gapping is called indent. Do you understand? Many
Yes,
of
sir. Got it.
the books, if you just write any books or if you read any books, many books, you can see this kind of structure. Okay, if just let me show you a research paper, you can easily understand what indentation is actually means. See here, in this paragraph in this book I am sharing this. Can you see this one?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yes. Look at this. This is called indent. This is a gapping. Look at this gapping. Okay.
Yes,
When
sir.
you start the writing notes on Picard's method, this is simply a note. When the starting of the note, the first paragraph or first write up, there is a gapping. This gapping is called indent. Similarly, another indent you can find here. This is another indent. Okay. Another indent is here. This. This is a structure of writing of articles. Okay, when you change the paragraph, you first start the paragraph writing with some gapping or with some space. This space is called indent. Understood?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Any other doubt? But remember, this indentation, it depends on the structure of the journal. Not all journal means supports this indentation, or there are some particular writing style for particular journal. If the journal allows indentation, then you can put it. Otherwise, you no need to put the indentation. Okay. Okay. Now I am
Okay, sir.
leaving it. I am starting the lecture now. Any other queries from anyone, any other intern? Okay. Since there is no queries, so I will start the session now. Okay. Basic structure of the research paper. Just let me explain a little bit. Not I am not explaining it. Just I am giving you a very brief introduction of the research paper. The first one is title. Okay, second is affiliations, author names and affiliations. Author names. Okay, author names and then affiliation, not in the with the author names, the affiliation is written generally. Affiliations. Okay, affiliation may contain your university name, your department name, your address. Address means departmental address, official address. After that, abstract. After abstract, there should be some keywords. Okay, remember, there is a very much importance of writing the keywords properly. These keywords will help you to search your research article when some other author, let us suppose some other researchers, they are going to find out some topics means online. Now you have to select such a keyword which is the most famous or popular one. Okay, based on your title and your topic of the research. And that particular keywords, you have to select that particular keywords which is the famous one, because your research paper will be visible to maximum of the researchers. Just like it is, just like the YouTube means just like hashtag or your videos. When you create some YouTube videos, you also use some tags. Keywords is exactly that hashtag or some tags in just like in YouTube. Okay, so your visibility, if you want to gain more visibility, you have to use that particular means proper keywords. Okay, and why I am focusing on the keywords? Because based on the keywords, your literature review will be structured. So after abstract, then keywords, after that introduction. Now introduction, after introduction, some journal, or basically in back in the days, introduction and literature review, researchers generally merge the introduction, and which itself includes the literature review. But nowadays what happens, introduction and literature review, okay, are separated. You need to write separately. That will be, your weightage of your paper will be increased. Okay, so this point, many of the researchers, or many means persons, they may say that just write down one introduction, no need to write literature review. But if you want to publish in a good quality journal, then you remember that introduction and literature review must be separated. Literature review, you have to write down the literature review in such a way which will be linked to the keywords. This is very important point. Okay, so just I will give you some examples. Before starting the example, let me discuss the entire process of writing this article. Okay, after literature review, then you have to go to the model or problem definition. It depends on engineering or TEMS background, basically. Okay, mathematics, sciences, and technology, engineering background. Okay, generally you have to write here the model or the algorithms, what or the methodology, generally methods, what you are going to develop, or model, what you are going to develop. Okay, now if your methods, you are means doing the research based on some database means you have collected the raw data or primary data from the market. Okay, or if you also the data collection, another means paragraph you need to add here. Okay, how you collected the data. Okay, and in this data collection you have to show all your data, how you collected it, what is your data, and what are the hypotheses you made. Okay, so all the things you have to show here in data collection. Then methods or model. Okay, or any other, if you want to write based on your research topic. So here, either the mathematical model you have to create, or the methods, some algorithms, what you want to develop, you have to discuss theoretically here. Then simulation. Okay, uh, or numerical discussion, or numerical. Okay, or discussion. Sometimes some researchers, simulation and discussion, they may means separate. So what is simulation? Now you have to show that whatever the methods you applied, whatever the model you created, that is numerically valid. That is, you need to create some simulated structure. That model you need to pass some numerical data, or whatever the data you have collected through this model. Okay, to check that the model is valid, the accuracy or convergence of the model is means accurate, or it reaches to your acceptance level. You need to show everything here. After that, validation. Sometimes validation may also be shown in simulation or numerical. Okay, so what validation? Validation is your model. Now you need to validate it with some data what you have collected, or so generally simulation or numerical discussion here, you need to select whatever the model you have created. that model you have trained the model. If you are doing some ML or machine learning related work, okay, you need to train your model, and validation you need to test your model. Okay, if you are using some mechanical if you are from mechanical background or aerospace background, okay, then this model, whatever you have developed, okay, this model or this method or whatever you developed, that model may be a structure, okay, maybe some techniques to means decision making techniques, whatever you have developed. So in simulation, you need to test your model or whatever the model you have developed here with some numeric values. Okay, so either you are creating some model, you need to test that model by using some CFD or computational fluid dynamics, or if you don't want to go for the CFD, your work is with some means empirical work, then you need to create the model, you need to means made the model properly physically, and then you need to test it with some wind tunnel or something, and all the data, all the results you have to show here in this section. Okay, also in that case validation and numerical selection, you can merge them together, and you first show that you have done this model, then you have tested it either in CFD or in wind tunnel, okay, and you have collected these and this result. In that case, in validation, you have to show that yes, your result, what you have obtained, that your experimental results also is correct, and it proves your validity of the model. Okay, you have to show this. And after that, sometimes some researchers show the um, managerial implication. What is managerial implication? Managerial implication is the need of industry experiment. Okay, it means that whatever model you have developed, how your model is beneficial for the industry, how the manager of an industry will be benefited from your model, how it is cost effective, is it really helpful to real life world, and what are the other applications in real life industrial cases. This is called managerial implications. You have to write this managerial implications from your model what you have developed, also the numerical simulations through CFD or wind tunnel analysis or whatever you have done, also everything, your theoretical model and your computational results, everything must be, you have to mention here that you have collected that data is means beneficial for this industry, you have made this model is beneficial for this industry, and you have after numerical simulation you have obtained these results, and these results will be surely will help to some industry to gain much more profit, or to gain much more some sustainable goal like carbon emission reduction, okay, like this. Okay, and the last one is conclusion or concluding remarks. This conclusion, the entire result or concluding remarks, do not write here what you have means you are going to prepare in this model, what you have done in this model. No, nothing. Everything has already been discussed in introduction, everything has been discussed in your model, your everything is discussed. In conclusion, you just need to write down whatever the results you have got from your model or from your research. Okay, how, what is the conclusion, last conclusion. You don't need to discuss what you have done theoretically, okay, or what is the aim of your research, the aim of your research, objective of your research, research questions, nothing is valid in conclusion. Only what is the results and what is the what is the conclusions of your result, how it will be beneficial to the society. Okay, and after that, in conclusion, you also have to extend the conclusion with another the limitations of your research and future extension. Okay, this point you can add in conclusion part. Okay, so limitations of your research means what are the things which are not entertained in your research, what are the parameters which are not entertained, what are the things, and future extension means what are the things can be extended from your model, what is the limitation and how these limitations can be fulfilled. You need to write it here. Okay, so just a brief, let me again just discuss this thing. First, title, okay, author names, then affiliation, abstract, keywords, introduction, then literature review, data collection if exist, data collection if exist. If your model is database, then okay, then methods or model, then simulation or numerical discussion or whatever, validation, managerial implication, and conclusion with limitation and future extension. This is the main structure, brief structure. There is each and every part can be explained in a very vast way, but just I am giving you a very means a proper idea and brief idea how a paper can be constructed. If you are following me, or you can write down in the chat box. Okay, I'm giving you 1 minute to discuss. Any doubt? If you have no doubt, please write down in the chat box. You do not have any doubt, please write down no. Then I can move forward to the next topic. In literature review, we have to use past tense or present tense. Right now, I am going to discuss the entire literature review for today, which is the means main part of today's topic. So I will discuss how to write down the literature properly. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Another question. Sir, can the reviews be written without citing the college? Reviews be written without citing the college. Means you want to publish a paper uh, independently without the affiliation of your college?
Yes, sir. Can we actually write a review without uh, citing the college name and guide and some other XY people?
Uh, Look, independent research, you can do independent research, but uh, an affiliation is necessary. Necessary means it is most of the 99% of the journal, you have to write down the affiliation. Okay. Basically, if you don't write down the current affiliation, sometimes what happens, suppose I am working somewhere. Okay, I don't want to write down the correct current affiliation. Then what people do? People generally write down the affiliation as their last college, or where they did the masters or MSc or PhD. They used that college name as an affiliation. If they're not going to give the affiliation from the current job location or current industry wherever they are working now. But affiliation is basically mandatory for most of the journal. Without affiliation, generally they don't publish paper. Okay, and it is also as well as it is also helpful to you and helpful to your college also. But independent researcher, sometimes independent research, yeah, they can do independent, but the weightage of the research paper, or if you don't write down the affiliation, the weightage is reduced in that case. In that case, they may not accept your paper also. Understood? There are many reasons behind it. Okay, many conflict of interest are there. So that is why journals are means they are bound to do this. Yes, yes. I am going to give you the basic overview of abstract and as well as literature review also. Okay. Any other question? I think there is no other question here. Okay. So let me uh, go to the abstract and literature writing. Okay. Abstract writing and literature. First, give you. Let me give you a research paper. Let me show you the paper first, so that you can understand how abstract is written. So I am giving you some two or three papers. For example, okay, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
But we
It's not.
couldn't see anything.
Just wait, it is actually downloading.
Okay.
I'm showing you a recent paper. Yeah. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. I am showing a paper on aerospace engineering. The journal name is Results in Materials, and you can see mm, the title of the paper: Carbon Nanotubes, Structure, Properties, and Applications in the Aerospace Industry. Okay, you need to select a title which is much more innovative, and from that title the innovation of your research should be visible. Means what innovation means, what you have done new thing for you in your research, that is called innovation, simply a simple language. Okay, now innovation can be done in many ways. Innovation can be done by introducing or by inventing an entirely new thing. Just like you can see carbon nanotubes for some structure and properties and application in aerospace industry. So carbon nanotubes, they have done it. They have means created these carbon nanotubes. Okay, this is an empirical research. So in the laboratory, they have created the carbon nanotubes. So this is their innovation. Since it is empirical, they have the lab, they have all the equipments, so they have done, and they have done all experiments and created these nanotubes, and which will be helpful to structure and helpful for aerospace industry, which maybe it is helpful in creating some aerospace structures or something like this. Okay, so this is their innovation. So they have written the carbon nanotubes, one which is applicable in aerospace industry. This is their innovation. Okay, now we can see the names are written here and the affiliations. Remember, without affiliation, generally journals do not publish the paper without affiliation. Okay, as I have already told you. Next, the article info is keywords. You can see the keywords here: carbon nanotube, aerospace industry, morphology, SWCNT, and MWCNTs, properties. Okay, so these are keywords. Carbon nanotube, also a catchy keyword. Many of you, means many of the researchers generally search in nanotube technologies. Okay, nanotechnologies and carbon nanotube, it is right now, it is a means emerging topic of research. Aerospace industry also, it is emerging topic of research. So the popular keywords they have used here, so that anybody search the carbon nanotube, this paper will be visible first. Okay, or all these kind of papers who have used this carbon nanotube as keywords, all the papers will be visible in the first position. Aerospace industry, morphology, all these keywords they have used, and which are popular and right now emerging technologies. Understood? Now come to the abstract. Carbon nanotubes, look at the abstract very carefully. Previously, what in the previously means, I am talking at almost 6, 7, or 10 years before. Now, the abstract was previously written from here. This study comprehensively appraised the properties of using carbon nanotubes in the aerospace sector. It draws like this. This study, you can see directly the abstract was written previously, back to 10, 8 or 10 years before. started like this. Okay, abstract generally in previous days do not require any kind of introductory type of sentences. Abstract only includes what you have done in your study and what you have obtained in the study. Just this. So every abstract, you can see previous papers 10 to 5 or 10 years before, almost all abstract they have started like this. This study or this research means deals with this one. This research studies this like this. But right now, what happens? Before starting this study means this study what this study has been done before explaining this some introductory or this is called a background or you can also see the motivation. Okay, so motivation of the study has been written here, and almost all kind of journals and all means researchers they means researchers are now their they have changed their writing style like this. Okay, so what you can see here, look at this. Carbon nanotubes or CNTs are significant element of nanotechnology characterized by an experimental length to diameter ratio. This various
Sir,
methodologies have diverse this. Yes,
sir, actually, I have got a doubt. Sir,
yeah.
is there any restriction in numbers like abstract should be written in these many words and
Some journals
I
have,
mean,
some journals do not. Generally, if you are going for a good journal, they do not restricted this one, but you have to restrict yourself.
sir,
Okay.
maximum 250 words are good for abstract, or else do you prefer more?
No, 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 not for not that much also. Okay.
Okay.
250, 200, 250 is okay. That is okay. But if you write down the abstract with 500 words or 1,000 words, that is not an abstract actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is.
Okay.
So there is
Abstract. That
no number limit for
no, no,
abstract.
no. Number limitation is not there. Yes, some journals has. I'm not saying that no. It depends on journal to journal.
Okay.
Okay. So here, look at this motivation sentences. How many sentences they have used here? First sentence, it is motivational. These technologies show promise in this, and this. Second sentence, and the utilization of this. Third sentence, this is mainly fourth sentence. So how many sentences they have used? They have used four sentences to deal with the means background or motivation of the study. Understood? So still I say that four sentences are means too long. I prefer less than that sentence. Three sentence or two sentences is okay. Three is okay. Okay. Less than three is also not that much preferable also. But five sentences or not, don't go for that. Max to max four is okay. After that, look at this. This study comprehensively appraise. Now they are writing what they have done in this particular research paper. So comprehensively appraises the prospects of using carbon nanotubes in the aerospace sector. Okay, it draws from their current practical use and predicted future usage. Focus is directed towards the future application of the carbon nanotubes, which might potentially include the lightweight structural components as this is whatever. Okay, and lastly, look at the last sentence. This paper provides more insights to the recent practical uses of carbon nanotubes in aircraft technology along with potential obstacles and this. So last sentence it shows that some concluding remarks. So what this paper provides after all the research has been done. Understood? So what is the structure of the abstract? First structure is motivational. motivational or background. Why you have chosen this study? Is there any necessity of this study? Is it really helpful in problem solving in real life world? Is it really helpful to achieve any sustainable goal, or is it any helpful to achieve any kind of industrial development, or beneficial to the profitability of an industry or social sciences, like this? Why have you chosen this study? This is your motivation. Next, your what you have done in this study. Okay, what you have done in this study, what type of experiment you have done in this study, what type of parameter you have
Sir,
chosen, like this.
sorry
Yes,
to sorry to disturb, sir. The important findings which we get in the results, can we include in abstract? And is
yes,
it
yes, yes,
really preferable to include the main results in abstract, or
exactly.
else?
Not main result. Main result are maybe your, if you are talking about the results, okay, and if you are doing any experimental job or any numerical
Yes, sir.
simulation type of work, then your results may be a lot of results you may find.
Yes,
Not
sir.
that all results you have to mention here. Okay, I will show you another research paper where the numericals are written in the abstract also. You just
Yes,
need to show that what is the main conclusion. Okay,
sir.
suppose after applying this technology, the company profitability will be increased by this percentage. You just need to mention this particular sentence.
Okay. Sir,
Understood?
actually, I'm working on a chemistry related project, sir.
Okay.
So, mine is completely oriented and completely results driven, sir. So, we have to make sure that results make much impact on our papers. So, in that case, I'm asking whether I can include main findings of my experimental findings
Okay,
in
okay, I
abstract or
understood.
not.
Your task is chemistry based, right?
Yes, sir.
In that case, I think you have a lot of results and your experimental empirical
Ye-
study, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. In that case, what if it is possible, then you can mention. If it is
Ah,
not possible, then do not mention anything. But
yes.
mention the main concluding remarks only, just like this paper.
Okay, sir.
What this
Okay.
paper has done? This paper provides more insights into recent practical use of carbon nanotubes in aircraft technology, along with the existing potential in their utilization in aerospace science.
Yes,
Did
sir.
they use any numerical type of things? No,
No,
they did
sir.
not, because maybe this paper does not have that kind of insight, numerical insight, which
Yes.
they can provide here.
And
So
also
if
they gave
you,
the overview of the whole paper in two
yes,
lines,
yes,
sir.
yes, I think this paper is much more mm, yes, this is, I think they did not analyzed any kind of studies, means
Mhm.
it is just like a review paper maybe.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, this paper is more like reviews.
So in reviews, if we in reviews we do the comparison, so we don't need to. I think there is no need to mention something which is great in abstract, sir. If
In
I'm not
review
wrong.
paper, okay, in review paper, you need to mention that means your means comparison is must. In reviews, review means what? You have reviewed many researchers or many researchers, many papers, many articles, and from that articles, what they have done, you have to explain, and what are the insights you got from that article, and how you can extend those article in new form or new format, and how that articles are useful in modern industry, and how to extend that. Also you have to mention that I have reviewed these and these this much article, 160 or 200 or 250 articles I have reviewed, and the conclusion has been made like this, and these tasks it may be extended like this. Also, the future extension or future study, you have to put your insight in a review paper. Got it?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, now, so this is the structure of the abstract. Next, I will show you another paper with another abstract. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay, this is one of my papers, and this paper, it's a design optimization to minimize the wake of wide body transport aircraft. Okay, it is also recently published in 2024. So look at the abstract here. So first, you can see, read the first one. A cutting-edge sustainable airplane can improve performance and enhance profitability are the most significant future concerns of the aviation industry. Okay, so we have used only one sentence for the motivation or the background of the study. Okay, after that, we directly come to this research aim to analyze means what has been done in this research. Okay, so in the what we have done in this research, so what are the data we have collected, which software we have used, and what are the additional things we have done here. And look at this, the last one, how we have improved. Look at this is the numerical things, because we have the opportunity to show that how our model improved from the previous models. Okay, so this model, look at this, clearly it is written here that the landing distance are improved by this and these percentages. So if it is improved, you can show this, you have the opportunity to show that how much improvement by the percentage value you can show. Then you can, of course, you show it in the abstract. Okay, if you do not have the opportunity, then no need to show it. Understood? So this kind of things you can write it also. Next, we come to literature review. So look at the keywords here. We have used drag, wide body, aircraft design, and design optimization. Okay. So as we have discussed previously, your literature review should also be mapped with these keywords. Whatever the keywords you have used will be mapped. So let me come to the literature review now. Okay, so in the previously we means the first section of the literature review, you can see here in this section numerous studies have been done. So whatever the literature we have used here, it is used. Next, We used, look at this, conceptual design, first paragraph. Okay, what is the first paragraph? You can see here, first keyword, it is the drag and whiteboard. Sometimes your literature review may also be related to means it is not necessary that there are four keywords, that is why you have to make four different paragraphs for literature review. No, it is not like that. Your literature review, whatever you have written, that must be mapped with this. Okay, somehow these keywords are should be related. Okay, so wide body aircraft design, these are the structural part. So we have constructed the literature review as a structural part here. So you can see here, after each and every means putting a sentence, you need to mention the citation. Okay, citation or references from which paper you have collected this. Okay, also here and also here. This is a literature survey table. Okay, so literature survey table, I will discuss it in the next class, how to make this literature survey table. Okay, today just I am giving you how literature review is written.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I'm aerospace department, like aerospace engineering. I'm doing.
Okay.
So that you have using MATLAB, non-linear
Yeah.
MATLAB you have using. So we have, if we are writing any research paper, so we have to show that MATLAB algorithm, that some equations or.
No, no, no. MATLAB I have used because I'm proficient in MATLAB, and the task what we are doing, that task can be easily done by MATLAB. MATLAB has some particular optimization tool. We can code the model in MATLAB very easily. That is why I have used MATLAB. Okay, if you are doing some other things, then some other softwares you are doing, that is also okay. And you just mention the software, no need to mention the code. Whatever the code you have done, that is entirely your department. You need to show the
Okay, sir.
results only. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, if
Now,
like
yeah.
example, sir, if I will take any subsonic flow, supersonic flow, if I have to calculate with Mach number in MATLAB, so you have to give the graphical, that graphical part also, no, sir. You have to
Yes,
add some like figure.
if you want to show the figure, you can. Okay, no issue. You can show, if you can made it, of course you have to show this. I am talking about the, do not show the code. Okay,
Okay.
whatever the codes you have written in the software, that code, no need to mention the codes. But if we have made some figures, if you have made some analysis, if you have made some graphs or graphical representations, then you have to show that. So all of this, which will, of course, will give you the performance of your result. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So each and every sentence that must be linked with some literature, previous literature or references. And all references, whatever you need to mention, okay, uh, all references must be included in the reference at the last of the paper here. So whatever the references, 28 references you have used, all 28 references must be mentioned in the literature review also. Got it? Okay, so uh, the papers, we will share the papers. You need to read papers first. Okay, how to write down the literature review. You need to means three or four papers you need to read first. Otherwise, just by if I say this, you yes, you can understand right now, but if you do not read it by yourself, it will be very difficult for you to understand. Okay, to write generally. So literature review, you can see here, it is nothing but simply just studied, you just means have to analyze the previous papers. Now how the previous papers is analyzed, this is the main thing what I am going to discuss now, and this is the last topic of today's lecture. You can see there are many literature I have used here. How to find these literatures? Okay, this is the main thing.
Sir,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah.
sir, the thing is, the only thing I am lacking in writing a review, proper review, is that I am unable to link the authors properly. Like, even if they contribute in the same work,
Mm-hmm.
I am unable to link up and write complete information in one paragraph. So, I mean, what to include and what to not, there are many issues which I am facing. So, could you please tell me about how to include authors and when and where, and can you say with some example?
Yes, yes, yes. I understand. Actually, this is the basic problem. If you are initially, if you are writing the research paper, most of you will face this problem. This is very previous. When I started the writing of paper, the same thing I also faced. But right now, you can use, first of all, there are many AI tools came up in the market. You can take the help of that AI tools. But before entering to the AI tools, just simply go to the sciencedirect.com. Let me,
Yes, sir. Uh, I also use sciencedirect.com, sir.
okay,
Uh, okay, sir. You continue with the session.
okay, let me finish this
Yes,
one. Okay,
yes, sir.
let me
Yes.
finish. I'm stop sharing it, and I'm sharing my entire screen now. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. A blank word file. Take a blank word file. Write three columns there. Title or author names. Okay. Um, their means contribution, and third one is drawbacks. Okay, just one thing, I'm just giving an example. Go to Science Direct first. Why I'm saying Science Direct? There are main Science Direct, basically, yes, there is a drawback of Science Direct also. Science Direct only gives you the paper for elsewhere publisher, which is published through only single publisher elsewhere. Okay. Now there are many other publishers also there. You can see the publishers. Springer is also there. Taylor and Francis is there. Sage is there. Many other publishers are also there. Okay. So in that case, you can use Google Scholar. But before starting the Google Scholar, some journals I want to say, because Google Scholar not always give you the means proper indexed journal. Index journal means which is popular and which is the authentic. Okay, so without authentic journal, Google Scholar may give you anything randomly. Maybe published in some articles in some magazine, maybe article published in some fake journal. Everything Google can show you. Okay, this is the main drawbacks of Google. Uh, do not use that particular paper which is not authentic. Okay, so that is why I prefer to use Science Direct. So go to Science Direct first. So take any one of the keyword. Okay, let us suppose my keyword is, let me go to the Science Direct. Tell me your research topic. Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell me your research topic.
Sir, mine is vitamin D biosensors,
Okay.
electrochemistry.
Vitamin D biosensors. Now,
Yes, sir.
tell me at one keyword which is related to this topic. One keyword which is famous. I'm not on from your background, that is why I cannot say. So you can say, tell me one keyword
Sir,
which is
biosensors.
famous. Biosensor. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Biosensor.
Biosensors. Vitamin
And
D biosensors.
yes, vitamin K.
Vitamin D, sir. Not K.
Okay, vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D biosensor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, look at this. First of all, recent research is not available here. Last publication is 2021 for vitamin D biosensor. Okay, so first, since the last publication is on 2021, now you go for biosensor only. Is there any recent article? Yes. With biosensor, many recent articles are there. Okay, now what you do, read the title of the paper and which is related to your topic. Recent advances biosensor detecting biomarkers. Yes, this can be related because recent advances of biosensor it is saying about. So I go to it, click a right click, go there. Okay, and go to chat gpt. Chat gpt, open chat gpt. What you do, first, this is your research, this is your you can see recent advances in biosensors. So some you can say that yes, this is since it is advances in biosensors are at the topic of this paper, so it is related to my research article. What you do, just copy this abstract and paste it here in ChatGPT. Okay, and just give dash give insight, give insights. It will give you the entire thing, the limitations, future direction, conclusion, everything. You don't need all these write ups. Okay, you just need to override, means look at what this paper has been done in one or two sentences. Okay, you can see this. This review highlights the existing potential of biosensors in revolutionizing the diagnosis of respiratory diseases and whatever. You just need to copy this and paste here in contribution here. Okay, and author name, just you click the link, you can just copy the link of the paper and you can paste it. Author name, let us suppose this is article number 1, so I have writing here 1. You do it in word file, do not write it here, I am just giving you an example. And then what are the drawbacks? You can clearly see what you are your research you are doing. The drawbacks is, of course, you are doing in vitamin D, but in this research for vitamin D isolation or whatever you're doing, that type of technique is not explained. So you write down the drawbacks here, that since you are doing the vitamin D kind of task, that kind of means things has not been given, or that kind of techniques has not been given in this particular literature. You draw the drawbacks here, write down the drawbacks here. Similarly, the same case, article 2, go to the same science direct here, okay, and look at the same thing, okay. Is it, now you say, is the second means literature or second article, is it related to your topic, means somehow related to your topic from the means means here title?
Sir, we are not currently working on aptamer based, but mine is electrochemical based, sir. That is the
Okay, if
so
you think that yes,
little
this is okay, little bit
a little
related,
little
like,
bit
right?
okay, sir. Little bit okay, sir,
Little bit
because
okay. Then
biosensor
if
is
you
there.
think that it is little bit okay, yes, if you think little bit okay, just click here, open it, okay. Either highlights, you can, okay, highlights is also there, you can get the highlight from here also. If highlight is not written, then copy and paste the abstract in the chat GPT, get the highlight. And if you can understand from the highlight, just you read the highlight properly and copy this highlight. It can all the task in this paper is written here in the highlight box. We just one or two or three sentences, it is written, okay. Just you copy this and paste it in the same table, this table. This is your second one, okay. And also write down the drawbacks. This is article 2. Then article 3, again come to science direct and write like this, 10 to 12 journals on the biosensor topic. You need to make a table like this. After that, at the literature review, just merge it. And why I am saying it is look for the science direct, because science direct, you can see 2025, 25, 25, 25, then 24, all the means years are properly arranged, okay, in descending order. So that is why the literature review, it can be easily, you can get it from science direct, because the years are ordered
Sir,
in
actually,
descending order, okay.
all
Yes,
all the papers which are visible can't be accessed, right, sir? Because
no
the
need to
recently
access the,
published
no need to
ones
access the paper, just abstract is enough. Just abstract is
for
visible
review.
in Science Direct. Abstract is enough.
Okay.
Review paper, some papers are open access. You can see here some papers, if it is open access, here, look at this. The green button is visible here. Here also it is green button. So these papers are open access paper. So you can download these papers, you can read. Also in some go to some open access papers and you can use their references, the reference of this paper also, some references, not all. Now look at this, if I am going to this paper, is this topic somehow it is related to your topic?
Sir,
Bacteriophage based
sir, can you
biosensors
go to the
technology.
highlights? Can you go to the highlights?
Yes,
Sir, I don't think it relates to our topic.
hello, yes, hello.
Sir, it doesn't relate to my topic.
Okay, then you can just cross it. Don't go for this. Okay. Next one, sale reports method. Go to the highlight. Is it related to your topic?
Sir, a little we can reference this. We can refer this article, sir. A little.
Little bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then you can take this one just for the biosensor. Just for the biosensor keyword, you can take this article. Okay, motivation is also written, but since you are doing the research in chemistry, better to create a graphical abstract also, like this. Okay, graphical abstract is nothing but
Sir,
your abstract,
actually,
what you have
graphical
written.
abstract.
The,
Sir, if we perform the experiment, like if we do the experiment and write a research article, then graphical abstract is better or not, sir? I mean, or else if in case we take the review, we'll be reviewing many articles and we have to draw many graphical abstracts, right, sir? So, does it make sense
no, 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 no,
if
no.
we draw?
Graphical abstract is graphical abstract means this is the insights from your paper only. Okay, graphical abstract is nothing but the abstract what you have written in your paper in just graphical form, means the picture view. Okay, just a pictorial representation of your abstract of your paper only and nothing else. Okay, graphical abstract doesn't include any kind of any other topic or any other topic of any other's research. Understood?
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
So,
if we are
yes.
trying to include graphical abstracts of some other papers when writing a review, can we include and can
Mhm.
we get the
No, no,
permissions
no, no,
done?
no. You can't. No, you can't.
Oh,
You can't use anything, any kind of graph, any kind of figure, any kind of graphical abstract from any other's paper because all other articles are copyrighted. Okay, and the copyrights are only
okay.
the publishers hold this copyright, so you cannot use anything. So, do you have the idea now how to write down the paper? This is not a
Yes, sir.
task of just one day. I cannot explain the entire thing, but now try to write down.
Yes,
I
sir.
am saying all of the interns, now try to write down your paper properly. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so just make this kind of table. Just go to the Science Direct. Okay, after going the Science Direct, from Science Direct, maximum of the papers you can collect from the Science Direct. Rest of the other papers you can go to the Google Scholar or any other website like Springer.com, TaylorandFrancis.com, Sage Publisher is also there. Okay, if you go to the Google, also you can see include. Another thing must be remembered, you have to include the papers or the citations or the references of that journal uh, in which means where you are planning to submit. Let us suppose this is what is the name of this journal? Results in materials. Let us suppose that you are going to submit this particular journal, results in material. Then your paper must include at least 4 to 5 references from results in materials. Do you understand? In literature review, you need to include 4 to 5 journals from this particular journal.
Sir, is it a compulsory thing or we can neglect this thing,
This
sir?
is not compulsory. This is not compulsory, but Why we are doing this? Because every journal has some scopes. Okay,
Yes, sir.
if you are using these particular things, that suppose you're going to this journal, you're going to submit in this journal, if you use the references of this journal only, then it clearly shows that yes, your paper falls under the scope of this journal. Okay,
Okay.
so nobody can deny that your journal, your paper, it doesn't fall under the scope of this journal, and for this they are rejecting it. Okay, so they will it will be the chances of rejections because of the not matching of the scope of the journal will be reduced much more. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay. So any other question? Now I am giving you all of you a homework to write down a literature review of any topic, whatever the means a topic you want to go for the research, or then you just refer to first find the topic and go for the literature from the science direct only. Make the table and show me the table in the next class. Okay, this is the task. So this is all for today. Thank you for attending the session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.